I wonder when Board Gamers will be live. Whoa, are we live this time? We'll see. Hey, looks like we're live this time. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Good to see y'all. I see Goofy Ball Hunter. You're here early, counting us in. Keeping Hayden company in the early chat. Welcome in. Good to see ya. No Corey again today. I'll give a second for people to get in. I know the YouTube notification tends to be slower. Borges, can you say something on Discord that we're live?
Yes.
Hi, welcome in, Ames. Good to see ya. Evening, Mark. Good to see you. Good evening, Steve. Good to see you as well. A minute early. I know. Spoiled. Yeah, we're actually trying to go live 4 minutes early, but we had technical issues, so it took us a minute to get there. But because we're trying to start early, we resolved the technical issues before stream time. Isn't that something? And yes, it is a TikTok live today. We're not live on TikTok yet. Tech issues, y'all, never. Yeah, it's actually what we're known for, never having tech issues. It may be the first ever Board Gamers tech issue. Also, chat, life hack, whenever you have a water bottle, alright, you take off the label and you flip it upside down, and then you put it back on. That way, you always know it's yours. I've been doing this for years, and I was worried that people were going to copy me, and then, you know, I wouldn't know it's mine anymore, because everyone's doing it. It's too trendy. It caught on too fast. No one did. And at one point I asked, I'm like, you guys aren't going to steal my idea, right? And Morgan turns to me and goes, Mark, we're not doing that. They did indeed think it was stupid. Who's Corey? Good question at this point. Smug John. Welcome in, Goofy Ball. Sorry, it's the water that makes you cough and die. Sorry, I actually swallowed that wrong. Welcome in, Goofy Ball Hunter. I saw you in YouTube chat earlier, counting us down. Oh no, he caught the plague. Yeah, guys, stay away from me. Stay away from me. I do, in fact, have plague. Corey, isn't that guy from that band? Common misconception. He is not actually a part of Disturbed. He just follows them around so much that many people think that is the case. You know, famous member of Disturbed, Corey Board Gamer.
He's been telling everybody that, and it's best that you pretend he is, but he's really not.
Yeah, it's best if we pretend like he's part of Disturbed, the band. How's that for a clickbait thumbnail? Lead singer of Disturbed? And it's just Corey. And I'm like, oh, we got confused. We mixed it up. Good day, Hayden. Good to see ya. So, we will be starting in a minute. Because of algorithm reasons, I don't really start on TikTok until we're flying into the games. But I showed you guys the Stream Deck interface last time. I'll show it to you again to show we fixed things. Hey! Before, all these buttons were blank, but now it has card names on it. So now if I press wet dry, it'll actually pop. Okay, I have to press this one first, this button first. Okay, this was known, this was predicted. Now if I press wet dry and don't mess up the timing. Ah, now it works. Hey! No more hot Pokemon. Look, people don't believe me when I say just cards don't come up often, but here's a look behind the scenes. I only get 4 options when I reset. So it could be a movie to film, a not soup to soup, Gen Z does it, Millennial does it. You know, if I don't see the Pokemon one pop up, I don't see it pop up. There's actually not a manual way for me to do this. But yeah, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at the whole time. Phoebe, she has... Oh, man, she hasn't been fed her 4. Oh, no. What do we do about that? Okay, Board Ghost can feed Phoebe. Phoebe, go get Board Ghost. Go get Board Ghost. All right. Feed the queen. Board Ghost is working on it. And also, Board Ghost very kindly on the stream deck fixed this button here. So I should be able to turn the poll off and on just by doing that. I don't think I can reset it off this button. I'll add that button later. But that is one less step that I'll have to do. Phoebe, somebody's getting you food as we speak. As we speak. Oh my goodness. This cat sometimes. I took her outside again last night. It was the first time she's been outside. Ooh. Okay, you coming? Oh, let me move some stuff out of the way. You hopping up? What are you doing? Chair's in an awkward position. Okay, she was thinking about it. Hashtag justice for Phoebe. Old big backs gotta eat? What the hell? Don't be saying that about poor Phoebe. She's a good girl. Didn't get scratched and fall into a mark-shaped ice crater this time, right? Yeah, still got those marks from that. But thankfully that did... Oh my goodness, I forgot to put focus back on me. Thankfully that did not happen this time. And I was glad she was willing to go out and wasn't, you know, scared remembering the incident. Hashtag let Phoebe eat. Board Ghost is currently delivering her a big bowl of food. But yeah, she went out. There's still some snow on the ground, so she very cautiously like walked around the perimeter of the snow and dipped her paws in it from time to time. Welcome in, Kelsey. Good to see you. I was just doing some casual chatting before getting into the games. I'm sure you can... That is a loud cat. Can you guys still hear her? I'm not even holding the mic to her. Board Ghost is meowing back at her. I don't know. She
has her dinner.
Yeah, the bowl of food is on the ground next to her, and she's still meowing at Board Ghost. Yes, we hear her. Hurry up and feed her. The bowl of food is sitting next to her on the ground, and she's just meowing at Board Ghost. We can't hear Henry's meows, though, I'm afraid. What if there is no Phoebe, and it's just been Henry doing it the whole time? Wouldn't that be a twist? It's Board Ghost's way of letting me know that he's hungry.
Give me waffles!
Oh my. Alright, let me pre-make this board that's going to have score written on it. And just so you guys know, Corey is feeling mostly better. He's not, like, bedridden today. But his concern was that he is still contagious and did not want to spread his tour with Disturbed. Hey Mark, good news. They found the original Doctor Who movie film reels and are re-releasing the 1996 movie in 4K quality? Really? That is great news. Holy moly. I vaguely knew that Doctor Who was lost media, but I didn't know to what extent. So that's super exciting. I know I haven't really seen clips of anything pre, like, the 5th Doctor. There's, like, very, very limited clips I've ever seen of it, so that does make sense. Let's see, let's put this over here. I have such limited table space. The Queen must be fed with a spoon. I don't know about that. Board Ghost has single-handedly renewed my love of Eggos. I'm glad to hear. We have so many Eggos in the freezer, and it is only Board Ghost who eats them. Board Ghost, very impressively, when we were at the beach, pretty much single-handedly, hello Phoebe, polished off an entire box of like 64 Eggos. Phoebe, the people think I abuse you. They think you don't get fed. They don't know you're just a vocal cat. Come here. Psst, psst. Come here. Put your face by the camera instead of just your butt. Phoebe, you're being indecent. She is a very sweet cat. What are you doing? Phoebe. Oh, you're gonna see the camera share. Oh, it looks like she's operating the camera from my perspective. Yeah, Phoebe. Ooh, okay. She's really getting mixed up in the wires. Phoebe, get out of there. Get out of... What are you doing? This is a very small table that she squeezed herself behind the electronics of. Come here. Come here.
So please do not nuzzle on the camera, Phoebe.
She's rubbing her head against the camera. Hello from Turkey. Whoa, welcome in Fight Edits. Very cool. Yeah, we're about to play some Wavelength. We're being distracted because my cat is attacking the camera right now. Hold on. Let me grab a picture of her just sitting behind the camera like the operator. Oh, there she goes. Figures. Well, now that the Phoebe excitement is over, I do suppose we can hop into the game. Flattering angle. Yeah. Unfortunately, cats don't understand, like, stage directions and stuff like that. I've tried to train her.
Downstage, downstage.
This is the first name Mark has read a name better than me. You know, Fight Edits is pretty straightforward. It's her show now. It always has been. Feed her more. She hasn't eaten the food that's on the ground. There is a full plate of food that she has access to. She's not eating it. I don't know. I am a little bit worried about her. She's being more vocal than normal. We might have to take her to the vet at some point, just make sure nothing's wrong. Don't really care about how shit parts of it are. Still enjoy despite the issues. Mainly love the casting of Paul McGann. Almost anything else in it sucks a little. Phoebe is Mrs. Corey, Mark. That's fair. Train her to replace Portaghost. That might be tough. It's hard to train a person to do that. Well, chat, I have stalled long enough. We can hop into the games now, which means I can go live on TikTok. Let's decide what card we're doing first, though. Let's get a good one going. Now that I can actually see what cards I'm selecting, I don't have to do it blind. I can pick out a good one to start with. Okay, this one's controversial, but I think it's a fun one to start with. We can do good in a salad, bad in a salad. Oh, and also, as you guys may have noticed, the card colors work again. So if I pick a different card, like Taste Bad, Taste Good, that is the actual color combo that it is in the game. I have that feature back. So you now know which ones are baseline cards, which ones are custom. And, let's see if any of these have it. It should also have the credits again. But, ooh, that's not lined up properly now, is it? Fix that later. Oh, well. Have the stars always been animated? No, just added it. Alright, we're going to do good in a salad, bad in a salad. I'm clicking go live on TikTok right now. What'd you say? Oh, virtual camera. Okay. Of course.
Go check if you have your dinner.
She knows she has it. I don't know. Alright, we're going live on TikTok. Alright, we're going to do good in a salad, bad in a salad to start us off. So do you want to start with you guys giving the hints or start with me giving the hints? Not yet? Okay, still live. Except this one, apparently. Alright, cool. Welcome in, TikTok. We are live. Give us the hint. Okay. But where's the stars? And how far away are the animated stars? That's a good question. Oh, I see the aggregator picked up hashtag justice for Phoebe. Okay. I'm spinning up the board. I'm giving y'all a hint for good in a salad, bad in a salad. Sometimes I have to be mindful of where my eyes look, sometimes not. Closing up the board, spinning it around. I'm going to give y'all a hint. Hopefully, you can put the dial right where it needs to go. Welcome in, Ida. Good in a salad, bad in a salad. My hint to you is going to be croutons. My hint to you is going to be croutons. I think that's a solid hint. Let me restart the poll so that y'all can vote. There we go. Poll has been restarted. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set the dial to. Make sure to include the hashtag. That is how the vote gets counted. So hashtag followed by the number. Fish is not good in a salad. Thank you, Ebby, for the insight. All right, seeing some hashtag 1s come in, some hashtag 2s and 3s. As you can see, your votes are automatically being added to this poll here. So it does that by reading the hashtag, so make sure to include the hashtag. The hint was croutons, by the way, if you're just stopping in. Looks like 2 is winning by a good bit right now. Also, I should mention, it is 1 vote per person. So if you send the vote more than once, doesn't do anything. You won't see the number tick up because it's not counting it. Love a crouton as long as it's not soggy. What was the clue? Croutons, Ames. I always forget that 1 isn't 0. That's not maxed out. Confuses me. I understand. All right, getting your votes. I'm going to be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hashtag 2 was our winner. Meaning, set the dial here. Let's see how we did. Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. Good job, chat. That is 3 points to start us off. Yeah, that was our first card. Croutons, I think, are very good in a salad. But every once in a while, you know, there are salads, there are salad nights where you're not really feeling the crouton. If I want to feel healthy, I don't get the croutons. Don't know if it makes a difference, but yeah, it's good, but sometimes they get soggy, sometimes it's not right for the particular salad they're in. Listen to the 3s, SMH. A lot of you did have it right. 6 people did, so that wasn't bad. But hey, we take 3s, we take those. All right, well, chat, if you didn't like my hints, don't worry, because we're going to run it now where you guys give the hints. So let me line up this board here. Let's do relaxing hobby to stressful hobby. I think this is a fun card. Custom card by Country Mozart, submitted in our Discord, link in bio, by the way. I'm going to spin up the board, I'm going to close my eyes, and then I'm going to take hints from y'all. Let's see if we can do better than last round. I prefer garlic bread on the side. Ooh, garlic bread on the side is a very good pull. All right. Blue 4 right there is what we are aiming for. Chat, on the spectrum of stressful hobby to relaxing hobby, you guys need to give me a hint so I can place the dial right onto the blue 4 that you can see. I will give y'all a second to look at the board, memorize the placement. I am closing up the board now. Hopefully you got it. Okay, ooh, I'm seeing reading. I'm seeing golf, crochet for sure. I'm seeing he's peeking for sure. Ban them. I'm joking. Art, just when you say art, you mean like painting? Pottery, cave diver instructor. I don't know about that one. All right, let's see. Golf, I think, is a very relaxing hobby. That's why all those rich old people do it. Fishing's a very relaxing hobby. Like, half the time you're not doing anything. But there is such thing as, like, I forget the term, but like when the boat's moving and you're fishing, that could be a little bit more. Hi, Mark. Oh my God, I missed the name, but hello. Welcome in. Crocheting. Those crocheting communities get a little bit intense. I'm going to say this is a very relaxing hobby. I'm not going to max it out. I think there are more relaxing things, but I'm going to say very relaxing. Magic the Gathering, those get intense. It's Meep rebranded. Welcome in, Meep. I'm locked in there. Chat, let's see how you did. What? Reading and golf? Oh my goodness. Mark, hear me out, D&D DM. That, I probably should have considered the other chat a little bit more. Indoor rock climbing. Now I'm seeing all these great hints coming in. Oh my goodness, that is a miss from Mark. I am so sorry. I was too biased on the first few hints that I read. Okay, all right. I should have considered how intense people get about their golf. That would have been important for me to consider. Hi gamers, welcome in, Hanal. Good to see ya. Okay, all right. I'm gonna give the hints this time, and you guys are gonna get to set the dial. Listen to the greats. I should have. F1 Simulator is actually a very good hint for that placement. Let's go. I like this card. We can run this one. Oh, this guy's just too relaxed. Also, just so you know, you only have to say the comment once. I will see it. I will read it. I'm pretty good at seeing them. So if you repeat it after like 5 seconds, that's fine too. Just don't spam it, please. We're gonna do best response to I love you, worst response to I love you. Another card from Country Mozart, submitted in our Discord, link in bio. All right, mixing up the board. I'm looking this time. Okay. Best response to I love you, worst response to I love you. Let's see. Peaceful when it all goes right. Yes, indeed. All right, you don't need to vote yet. There will be a time. Best response to I love you, worst response to I love you. My hint to you is going to be... My hint to you is going to be save more with Geico Insurance. That's going to be my hint. They say I love you, you respond with save more with Geico Insurance. You start doing a little ad read. Okay, you're sponsored by Geico in this situation. I'm starting the poll now. Y'all get to vote on where to set the dial by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set the dial to. Hashtag followed by the number. Make sure to include the hashtag. That's how your vote gets counted. And just so you know, it is 1 vote per person. It is automatic. I can't control it. So if you send hashtag 20 or hashtag 0 more than once, it's only going to count the first one. Hashtag followed by the number. Hashtag give me that gecko. Welcome in, Storm Baby. 1 vote per person per platform, winky face. That is technically correct. Can't stop you there. Your hint was save more with Geico. Best response, I love you. Worst response, I love you. It's like hashtag 18's winning right now. Hashtag 20 very close behind. Ooh, it is anyone's game. Get in your votes. I'm going to be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ending that poll there. 18 was our winner. Not quite maxed out. A little bit off. Let's see how we did. Hey! Let's go! Thank you, Geico. I feel like this is neutral. No, T-Mac. No, that's a bad response. Good job. What is this game called? It's called Wavelength. You can find it at your local game store. Name of the game is Wavelength. Good job! That is a 4, meaning our score was 3. Oh, do I have an eraser over here, Board Ghost? Meaning our score is going from a 3 to a 6. Wait, not a 7? Why is that? Well, in this game mode, whenever we score 4, it is only worth 3 points, but the benefit is we get a bonus card. So the game ends when we run out of these cards. We would have only had 4 remaining, because that 4, we get a bonus. We have 5 remaining. So good job, guys. Score of 6. Our all-time high score doing this version of the game is 24. So we can see if we can beat that. You guys give me the hints. I need to lock in this time. I'm seeing all the 6 followed by 7s. What card? It happens. He sucks at math. Thank you for clearing the runways, brother. What? What is that in reference to? All right. Let's do... you guys are giving the hints to me this time. Let's do person you could beat up, person who would beat you up. This is a fun one. He explained why the 4s count as a 3. Yes, it's because we get a bonus card. Put in simple terms. All right, changing focus to the board. You guys are giving hints this time. The fact there's no 6-7s in YouTube chat says a lot. So welcome in, Cheryl Notch. All right, I'm closing my eyes. I'm opening the board. Blue 4 right there is what we are aiming for. You guys are going to give me a hint on the spectrum of person you could beat up, person who would beat you up. To get me, put the red dial right onto the blue 4. Name of the game is Wavelength, and if you're confused ever, there's a tutorial video in our channel. It's a pinned video. Closing up the board, Mark, you may look. All right, I see one answer saying a baby. I see another answer saying Mike Tyson. I'm seeing a few ants, newborns. Also, as a reminder, just leave your answer once. I will see it. If you want to repeat it, wait like 5 seconds. Just wait 5 seconds before sending it. Please don't spam. Ames is saying a baby. Mark. Okay. An ant. All right, this seems like very far on the person you could beat up side. This might, in fact, be maxed out. If I got credible sources saying a baby and an ant, I think I might max it out on person you could beat up. I think I'm taking the ant. Let's go. Good job, chat. Very nice. Absolutely maxed out. I did not leave any space, which was the correct move, meaning our score is changing from a 6 to a 9. As a reminder, when we score 4, only get 3 points, but we get a bonus card. So we would have had 4 cards remaining. Instead, we got 5 cards remaining. Very nice. Good job, y'all. Also, A sent a rose and Lo sent a heart me. Thank you all so much. Let me switch out these boards because I'm giving you guys the hint this time around. I'm Shylin, says James. Like, is that your name? Welcome in, Shylin, if that's the case. Christopher Reeves post-accident. Messed up, whatever that means. Mark, don't forget to promote the Purple App channel for the TikTokers to make the transition. I'll do that a little later. All right, I'm giving the hints this time. Let's get a good one here. All right, this one's going to be a throw, but I'm excited for it nonetheless. I have a question. Do you do this every day? We do not do it every day, but we are live on this channel nearly every day on Board Gamers, so you can follow us on the Purple app. Like I said, I wasn't going to do a read, but now I'm doing a read. We are Board Gamers on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. You can find a link to our Discord in our bio. We go live nearly every weekday on either Twitch or TikTok, so you can check us out. I'm spinning up the board this time. And thank you all so much for the follows. It really does help. All right. Let me open up the board. Okay, closing up. Helpful information to useless information. How do you play this? There's a tutorial video pinned on our channel, but basically, I'm giving you a hint on the spectrum of helpful information to useless information to get you to put the dial wherever the hidden target happens to be. So, I know where the placement is, nobody else does. I need to give you a hint. I'm going to say, for my hint to you, for helpful information, useless information, let's see. My hint to you is going to be... All right, need to lock in here. I'm going to say that lakes have tides. So it's not just the ocean that has tides. Lakes have them as well. That's going to be your hint. I'm going to restart the poll real quick, so don't get your votes in yet. All right, it is now restarted. Your hint is lakes have tides, not just the ocean. Lakes do as well. Y'all get to vote on where to set the dial by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set the dial to. Hashtag followed by the number. Make sure to include the hashtag. That's how your vote gets counted. Also, Shannon Leahy with the heart me, thank you so much. And depressed 49ers fan with the 2 roses. I'm so sorry that the 49ers didn't do anything this year. I don't know, I don't follow football. Well, I didn't laugh, and I'm allowing it. All right, your hint was lakes have tides, not just the ocean. Lakes have tides as well. You can type hashtag followed by the number you would like to set the dial to. Hayden, don't be doing weird stuff on the board. Also, Noah Goat with the heart me, and BH21 with the heart me as well. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give you all to get a moment to get the votes in. It looks like 15's winning by a good bit right now. It seems a little bit spread. All right, I'm gonna be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ending the poll. Hashtag 15 was the winner. Mark always reading my chats out of context. Classic Mark. Someone should do something about that. I always do bad at this card. Nope, that is a miss. It was slightly to the helpful information side. Slightly helpful. Look, if you live in Detroit, if you live in Michigan, like I do, by the Great Lakes, you're going to want to know that those buggers have tides. It's going to be useful information. You can be swept away into the Great Lake of Michigan. You can't fish well if there's movement. Exactly. It's going to affect your fishing if you don't account for the tides. Burgos seems to have his hand, so I'll pop on TikTok. Thank you, Ames. Mark just stopped reading all of Ames' messages. Look, I think it was a fine hint. But don't worry, if you think Mark hints are malarkey, you're not alone, and I do have a solution. You guys give the hints this time, and I'm going to set the dial. So let's get a good card. So useful for a small percentage of people. Anyone who's near a lake, I think it is slightly useful. And, you know, if you travel and you end up near a lake, you might want to know that the water level will be shifting. Maybe do some camping. This is a fun card. I like this one. Welcome in, Ames. Ames with the heart me. Thank you so much. Let's do trust watch your baby, do not trust to watch your baby. Mid-answer, that's what I was going for. Hurry up. Okay, all right. You guys are giving the hints this time. Maybe you'll do better than me. Trust to watch your baby, do not trust to watch your baby. I'm closing my eyes. I'm revealing the hidden target to y'all. On the spectrum of would trust to watch your baby, would not trust to watch your baby, you need to give me a hint to get me to put the red dial right onto that blue 4. All right, memorize that placement. Closing up the board. Mark, you may look. A nanny, a babysitter. Oh, I saw an X somewhere in there. Mark, I need you to hear this. Seafaring advice is not as useful as you seem to think it is. Shut up, Jeremy. Seeing mom, grandparent, best friend from high school. So this is going to be on the trust to watch your baby side. Mother-in-law, Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins, is that maxed out? I don't think so, because she'd be doing some hijinks with those kids. If I saw Mary Poppins flying with an umbrella holding my child, I'd whoop her ass. You get down here. That is not safe. Mother-in-law, your dad. I'm seeing a lot of mother-in-law. Might just be the same person repeating it, but please wait 5 seconds in between sending your answers. I will read it, I assure you. A NICU nurse. Ooh. Okay. All right, what's NICU stand for again? Borgos, what's NICU stand for? Jeremy. A very wise gorilla. All right, now we got some sensible hints coming in. If it is a wise gorilla, I am going to trust it to watch the child. Netflix kids. But at the same time, it is a gorilla. Hear me out, Professor Oak. All right, so these are all trustworthy people who are putting my children in immense danger. Mary Poppins, the wise gorilla, Professor Oak. They're out here kind of killing these kids. So I think this is going to take me up a good bit. Willy Wonka as well. Neontinal IQ. Okay. Neonatal ICU. Okay, I got it. I'm going to lock in here. Let's see how we did. Oh, no, I didn't have faith in the wise gorilla. I ticked it up too much on the wise gorilla. My bad. We were aiming for further down. It happens. That is a miss. 2 misses in a row, unfortunately. Yes. Mr. Oak LMAO. I don't think he's that trustworthy to leave your kids with. He is giving them dangerous animals and having them brawl. Mary Poppins is right on. That was actually a good one. All right, I'm giving the hints this time. Ooh, here's another fun card. Let's do good place, horrible place to be blindfolded, fine place to be blindfolded. This one's a thinker, if you will. Aim sent to go popular as well. Thank you so much. If you said gorilla, GTFO. We can be kind to our friends who answered gorilla for trust to watch your child. Who's Mr. Oak? Professor Oak from Pokemon. He is the original professor who gives you your starter Pokemon in the very first red and blue Pokemon games, or red and green if you're from the original. All right. Horrible place to be blindfolded, fine place to be blindfolded. He babysits my Pokemon and that's it. No, it's Bill who runs the PC who babysits your Pokemon, mind you. Horrible place to be blindfolded, fine place to be blindfolded. People are trying to predict based off where my eyes were looking. You guys don't tend to be right with these, just to warn you. I'm going to say... fine place to be blindfolded, horrible place to be blindfolded. My hint to you is going to be in line at a coffee shop. That is going to be my hint. In line at a coffee shop. I'm resetting the poll now. Get it up on screen. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set the dial to. Hashtag followed by the number. Make sure to include the hashtag. It is very important. It is the only way your vote gets picked up is if you include the hashtag. Oh my goodness, Professor Oaks in chat. I wouldn't trust kids with me. I only gave a Pokemon to Ash, get him out of Pallet Town, so his mom was alone. Thanks, Professor Oak, for revealing that in our chat. Someone teach me to play this game, please. There is a tutorial video pinned on our channel if you're curious, but basically it is a Spectrum. Horrible place to be blindfolded, maxed out, like, I don't know, in a room full of knives aimed at you. And a fine place to be blindfolded is in bed with no one else around. But if it's more middling, you might say something like a public park. You know, it's a Spectrum. I give a hint. I know where the hidden target is. You guys don't. And you're voting on where to set it to. It is between... It's between those two numbers you see on screen right now. People are voting. It's only one vote per person, by the way. It's between those two numbers that will not be spoken. Get in your votes. I'm going to be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I need to wait for a tiebreaker. I can't. Okay, 7 was the winner. 7 was the winner, a little bit towards the horrible place. Your hint for this one was in line at a coffee shop. Hey, not bad at all. 7 was the winner, so it is a 3. It is not a 4. It just kind of looked like that. That is 3 points. Good job, chat. We were at a score of 9. You guys understood my clue. I appreciate that. You guys understood it's pretty bad. It's going to be really, like, awkward. You're going to be bumping into people, spilling coffee maybe, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's middling. Score of 12. IDK, it doesn't feel that bad. It's just a little bit to the bad side. It's not all the way. It's pronounced 8, not A. Between what, Mark? What were you thinking, Light? What were you thinking? Anyone understand that reference? In line, you have no coffee yet, but you can bump into somebody else who has coffee. All right, 3 cards remaining. You guys are giving the hints this time. I'll be in line and barely moving. How do you know when to move? You're only going to be able to move when the person behind you angrily goes, indicating you need to step forward. There's a lot of nuances you got to consider with these. You guys are giving the hints. Let's do good chip flavor, bad chip flavor. 16 for sure. Think, Mark, think. All right, we're going to do bad chip flavor, good chip flavor. You guys are giving the hints to me. So let me change focus so you guys can see the board. Just joined, how do we play? It's a tutorial video pinned on our channel, but I'll explain as we go. The card is good chip flavor, bad chip flavor. I cannot see the target, the blue 4 right now, but you guys can. On the spectrum of good chip flavor to bad chip flavor, you guys need to give me a hint to put the red dial right where that blue 4 is. So if it's really far on the bad chip flavor side, you might say sewage. If it's really far on the good chip side, you might say salt and vinegar. But wherever it is on the spectrum, think of a clue to give me that gets me to put the dial where it needs to go. Closing off the board, Mark, you may look. Ketchup, barbecue, pickle, pizza, black pepper, cauliflower, that's a creative one, charcoal, Mayonnaise. All right. I'm getting the vibe from some trusted sources, I'll phrase it, that it is, in fact, on the bad chip flavor side. But considering I'm seeing real chip flavors, like pizza, like onion, pickle, those are all real chip flavors. You can pick them up at Walmart right now. I'm going to say it's not that far to the bad chip flavor side. It's just going to be a little nudge over. Cajun squirrel. If you grew up in the UK, you would know. Well, I certainly don't know. I think it's just going to be a little nudge over to the bad chip side. I think I'm pretty happy with that placement. Also, you only have to give your answer once. We will see it. Wait like 5 seconds in between sending it again. Whoa! Hey! That is exactly on the 4. Holy moly, good job, chat. That means we're moving from a score of 12 to a score of 15. Because when we play this game, whenever we score 4, we only get 3 points, but we get a bonus card. So the game ends when we run out of cards. We would have been at 2 remaining. Instead, we're at 3 remaining. And yes, please don't say things like, you know, move the dial up or move it down or stay where you are when I'm placing the dial. Just because, you know, it takes some of the fun out of the game when that happens. 12 plus 4 is 16. You may think that is the case. But in this game mode, 12 plus 4 is 15. It's only worth 3 points, but we get a bonus card. So don't worry, the math is correct. Squirrelless. What is the UK without squirrels? Squirrelless. The Americans effed up our red squirrel population with the gray ones, though. You can't be blaming Americans for bringing squirrels over. All right. I'm giving the hints this time. We're going to do... This is a tough card for me to do on my own, but we're going to run it anyway. Why do you only do 3 points for 4s? Because we get a bonus card instead. It is written in the rulebook. I didn't make it up. If you pick up the How to Play Wavelength rulebook and flip to the back and read how to play the cooperative version, it will tell you a 4 is only worth 3. We're going to do Movie Godzilla would ruin, Movie Godzilla would improve. This one's going to be difficult. Yes. And yes, I understand. People are new here. I accept the risk that I have to explain it multiple times over. People come in at random times. You know, it happens. All right. Movie Godzilla would ruin, Movie Godzilla would improve. Blue 4 that only I can see is what we are aiming for. What is the new card? It is Movie Godzilla would ruin, Movie Godzilla would improve. It is actually visible on the screen. Attack on Titan. Oh, the fans on my computer just stopped spinning, and now it's really quiet all of a sudden. I'm aware of how alone I am. Oh, they're starting back up. All right, let's go. Movie Godzilla would ruin, Movie Godzilla would improve. My hint to you is going to be... Let's think about this. Let's go with Silver Linings Playbook. The Godzilla Titan. Attack on Titan if it was good. I'm going to go Silver Linings Playbook. That is your hint. I'm going to restart the poll now. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would set the dial to. Don't know that movie? It's a sad football movie. There's another one that's similar to it. Burgess, do you know the one that's similar to it offhand? Silver Linings Playbook. I might actually be thinking... Silver Linings Playbook was... I might actually be thinking of the wrong movie name. What? Okay. Did you hear my question, Burgess? Okay. All right. I might actually be thinking of the wrong movie here, but I'm going to stay with my hint nonetheless. Silver Linings Playbook. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would set the dial to. Looks like 3 is overtaking 16 right now. Silver Linings was the football with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. Okay, I think I'm thinking of the right one. Is that the one where they adopt the kid and it's the famous line of, you know, I never had one. A bedroom of your own? A bed. That classic, I think, Christian propaganda movie. That was pretty good. Hashtag followed by the number you'd like to set the dial to. It is a tie between 3 and 4 right now. Get in your votes. We're going to be ending the poll in 5, 4... I'm thinking of The Blind Spot, lol. Oh my goodness, I am. They're the same movie. Let's be so for real. It's the same movie. Ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ending that poll. 3 was the winner. Oh, it didn't want to end the poll for me there. Regardless, 3 was the winner. I was thinking of the blind spot. It happens. 0 rage bait is hard, RN. Hey, you guys got it. You guys got it, though. That is a 3. Good job. The blind side. Not the blind spot, the blind side. It's a 100% rage bait stream. Chat, what you'll learn is around here, I will say things that will make you angry. So, if you enjoy yelling at me when I say something incorrectly, please do consider giving us a follow. It really does help out the channel, and you'll be able to correct me at all of my mistakes, which will be frequent. I knew it. Forgot something that low, I'd say the Barbie movie. The movie about toys. The movie about toys made by Mattel. You think Godzilla's going to be out of place in that movie? I don't think so. Alright, chat, you guys are giving the hints this time. We need Corey to filter out our terrible comments. Godzilla would have improved Silver Linings Playbook, though. It happens. Mark, filmmaker, board gamer over here. Let's do Unexpected to Expected as our next card. He looks everywhere to put you off. Lol, I do that. Yes. Yes, because when we played on the old setup, people were completely BSing when they said they could see where I was looking. They were never right. But then we switched to this setup where I'm really close to the camera. I'm like, oh, they can tell. They can actually tell where I'm looking. So I started looking around the board in different places to subvert that. Blue 4 right there is what you guys are aiming for. I cannot see the placement. You guys can. On the spectrum of Unexpected to Expected, you are going to give me a hint so I can put the red dial right onto that Blue 4. Memorize that placement. I'm closing up the board, changing focus back to myself. I'm seeing a baby, a breakup, pregnancy. Well, these are all things that people try for a baby. It's not necessarily unexpected, but for some people, it's very unexpected and is quite the surprise. Hayden with the 13 roses. Thank you so much. Car problems. See, it depends on the car. If you're riding a new car, that would be very unexpected. If you're riding a piece of junk, it might be more expected. Hello, hello. Welcome in, Lulu. I'm gonna say it's a bit on the unexpected side so far. Engagement. Ooh, that's a thinker. Because it's unexpected in the moment, but you've been dating them, hopefully, for years at this point. So you're going to expect it to be coming eventually, you just don't know when. BMW with check engine light on. Hello. Welcome in. Random things because IDK what to do. Like the name. Mark blindly saying he knows a film. Teehee. Going to labor a week early. Okay, I'm going to say this is just a little bit unexpected. Just a little teeny tiny bit. Graduating college, rainbow after the rain. Is this expected? Oh, are we expecting the babies and pregnancies? Am I being too biased by that? A dog found in a dog bed. My dog liked his dog bed. Red light, bill in the mail. Okay, I'm flipping it to the expected side. I'll take it a little bit more. I'm going to lock in right here. A baby drinking Diet Coke. Oh, I hope this is on the unexpected side. For your sake, I hope this is a miss. It's not. That's a 3. You're a little bit expecting the baby to be drinking a Diet Coke. I mean, if the baby's drinking a Coke, it might as well be a Diet Coke, right? Is that the logic there? That is a 3. Good job, chat. We were at a score of 18. That is taking us to a score of 21, with, I believe, 1 card remaining. It's diet. It's a health-conscious baby. It's like, oh, is the baby on formula? Not quite. Not quite what we had in mind. We're doing an exclusive Diet Coke baby feeding. 1 card remaining. Let's make it count. I'm giving y'all the hints this time. So you guys, the ball's in your court to put it on the 4. He didn't read it. Just because I don't say it doesn't mean I didn't read it. And if you just wait a couple seconds, you're allowed to say your hint more than once, but you just gotta wait like 5 seconds, okay? When you send it over and over, that's when the mons will yell at you and might end up muting you. Just giving you that warning now. But if you repeat it every 5 seconds, that's perfectly fine. All right. Let's see. What am I going to do? I need to pick out a good card for this because I don't want to lose. But Mark, we don't like court. All right. Let's do dangerous to safe. Okay. This is a Mark safe card. This is a card that Mark's not going to screw up too much. With Mark logic. Why all the hate? There's no hate here. We're just giving you the rules. We're glad you're here. Glad you're playing. Hayden with the 11 It's Corn and the Dolphin and the Heart Me and the You're Awesome. Thank you so much. Or the 5 You're Awesomes. Thank you so much, Hayden. All right, I'm giving the hints to y'all. Y'all get to vote on where the dial is going. And yeah, A is correct. We basically just want to create the best chat experience possible for people popping in. And also it makes it easier for me to read the comments if they come in at a reasonable pace. So I won't harp on it anymore now that we've established things. Dangerous to safe. I need to give a hint to you guys. You remind me of Dean W., the debate guy on TikTok, Dean Withers. Is that his name? Don't say that. I don't want to be compared to debate people. All right, dangerous to safe. My hint to you is going to be dangerous to safe. My hint to you is going to be I'm blanking. Okay, I need to lock in here. I am going to say I had a hint, but then it was a little bit too long. I think I'll run with it anyway. I'll say doing your own electrical wiring with no training. Doing your own electrical wiring with no training, that is going to be your hint. I am restarting the poll right now. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. Hashtag followed by the number, that is how your vote gets counted. So make sure to include the hashtag or else it's not going to see it. It is 1 vote per person, per account, just to let you know, per platform. So once you say your hint once, unless you're coming back on a new account or hopping over to a certain Red app that we're also live on, then it's only going to count the first time you say it. I'm seeing a lot of hashtag 2s coming in. Hashtag 3 is close behind. What if I happen to be an electrician? Says Jeremy. I don't know, Jeremy. Let's find out. Your hint was doing your own electric work with no training. Let's see, seeing a lot of 2s coming in. Get in your votes. Make sure to include the hashtag. I'm a lineman, so definitely a 2. Yeah, the more experience one has, I think it really affects their answers. Doc, the true knower, saying hashtag 20. Get in your votes. I'm ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am ending that poll. 2 was the winner by a long shot. Let's see. And that was correct. That was correct. Good job. This account is so fun. I love it. Yo, thank you so much, Lily. I really do appreciate that. If you guys are enjoying the content, feel free to give a follow. It allows us to keep doing these lives for you. Keep doing the games. Chat, as I mentioned, we're on 1 card remaining. If it was anything but a 4, we were going to lose. Game over. But that is a 4, meaning we get a bonus card, taking us to the score from 21 to 24. Nice. And that is not incorrect math before you say anything. I know I only added 3. In this game, a 4 is only worth 3 points, but the benefit is the bonus card. So we get to keep playing. That's the benefit, but we only get 3 points. Good job. You mean it wasn't a 15? No, no. And much to Doc's disappointment, it was not a 20 either. I was close, started with the same number. I love the idea of there being somebody out there who is adamant that you should do your own electrical work with no training. It is the safest thing you can do. One more 4 when we beat the high score? That is correct. Let's get a good card going here. Alright, I want to get a good card, because I want to get a good score here. Let's do waste of time, good use of time. I like this one. This one's fun. Hi, welcome in, RP. How else will they learn? Is this AI? Unfortunately, actually, I'm not even going to do a bit. No, we are an AI last channel here. I freaking hate AI. I hate everything to do with it. It pains me. I opened up Facebook Messenger today. I was in a group chat, and there's a little button on the top that says, summarize this chat. Summarize the group chat I'm in with my friends? Who the hell's clicking that button? Are you stupid? Sorry, I despise AI, and they're forcing it everywhere. Anyway, blue 4 right there is what we're aiming for. We need to give, you guys need to give me hints to get me to put the red dial. I did open the board, okay. Get me to put the red dial right onto that blue 4. On the spectrum of good use of time, waste of time. Closing up the board, hopefully you guys got the placement. Let's see. Seeing sleeping. Please do not comment placements, by the way. That does ruin the point of the game. Using AI, waste of time, maxed out. That's all I needed to hear. Watching half of a board gamer's stream. See, that's the better way to cheat. Yes, we do not say the placements here. Thank you, mods. I'm seeing so many sleepings, though. Watching TV. Hobbies. Well, hobbies sounds like a good use of time. Reading a toaster manual. So, T-Mac, hear me out on this. That seems like a waste of time, but what if you got a damn complicated toaster? Some toasters are very complicated. I don't know, I'm getting the vibe. This live stream. Well, now I'm inclined to put it on the good use of side time. Watching this live. SMH. Buying pants when you already have many. You guys give me such a wide range of answers here. Reading the Bible. How am I supposed to answer that? People are going to be so mad wherever I put the dial. I'm getting the vibe. I'm seeing a lot of things I like. Learning to juggle. That's important. Reading the group chat argument. Also very important. I'm going to put it a little bit to the good use of side time. That's the vibe I'm getting, but I think it's very middling. And we can see how we did. Very nice. It is not the 4 we needed, but that is close. Is that a 3? We're counting this as a 3. If it's touching, we count it. Let me see. I think so. I think we can count this. 3, yes. All right, we'll take that. Oh my goodness. Sorry, somebody just threw something at me off screen. Aim says 3. I'll trust that then. Chat, meaning our new high score for this version of the game is 27. Give yourselves a pat on the back, a round of applause. This is, for this version of doing the TikTok lives, the highest score we have gotten. Congratulations. Oh, and I got a special message for you for scoring that 27. The message you get from the creators of Wavelength themselves, by the way, is head exploding emoji, head exploding emoji, head exploding emoji. 3 JFKs, that is what you have earned. But do not go anywhere. We are starting a new game immediately. So our previous high score is going to be 27. That is going to be the score to beat. And we have 7 cards, 7 opportunities to beat our previous score of 27. So if you're enjoying the live, you're at the perfect time. We're starting a new game. And do consider giving us a follow if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and allows us to keep doing this fun stuff for you. 7 cards. Once we run out, the game is over. Scoring a perfect 4 gets us a bonus card. I am going to start us off giving the hints myself. We are going to do good place to yodel, bad place to yodel. 3 what now? Oh, 3 John F. Kennedys, of course. You saw the little image that was drawn there. 3 KFCs. Good place to yodel, bad place to yodel. Is it too soon? I'm sorry, Chad. Is it too soon to joke about John F. Kennedy? This is too hard. I gotta respin the board. 4 is not visible. Okay. All right. Good place to yodel, bad place to yodel. Blue 4 that only I can see is what we are aiming for. What does yodel mean? It is a type of singing that is typically associated with the Swiss Alps. You know, singing into the mountain ranges, doing the yodel-hee-hoo. Bad place to yodel at the airport. Yeah, they don't like when you do that. They tackle you. They will tase you. Let's see. I didn't lose TikTok, did I? It looks like we're still good. My hint, good place to yodel, bad place to yodel. Good place to yodel, bad place to yodel. I'm going to say... at a football game. That's going to be my hint to you, at a football game. I'm going to restart the poll so that y'all can vote. There we go. Poll is restarted. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. Make sure to include the hashtag. That is how your vote gets counted. But hashtag followed by the number. Card is good place to yodel, bad place to yodel. I was behind on the video and voting for your last one. 16, saw your eyes. Interesting. Well, we'll see if that's the correct answer, because I'll give you a hint. It might not be. Or it might be. Who knows? Hashtag followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. Your hint was at a football game. Oh my goodness, the votes are flying in. It looks like 14 is winning by a good bit. Just to let you know, it is 1 vote per person. If you send the vote more than once, nothing happens. Nothing happens. You just backed up the aggregator a little bit. Get in your votes. We are going to be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm ending that poll. 14 was our winner. Just a little bit to the bad place to yodel side. We did. Hey, okay, that's points. We take those. That is not bad at all. Meaning, we're aiming to beat our previous score of 27. Our score on this first card is a 2. We're down to 6 cards remaining. 6 cards until game over. What was the hint? It was at a football game. I figured, you know, it's open. There's a field. You might be able to get some projection in there. But really, you know, it's not the time and place. It's not your moment to be doing this. Pay attention to the game. What if instead of doing the wave in the stadiums, people did the yodel? Our next card, chat, you guys are giving the hints this time. We're going to do useless invention, useful invention. How do you play? There's a tutorial video pinned on our channel. If you want to check that out, it explains it in detail. But in general, you have a card, useless information to useful information. I'm going to close my eyes, spin up this board, reveal the hidden target to only you guys, and you need to give me a hint on the spectrum of useless information to useful information that gets me to put the red dial right onto that blue 4. So say it's way on the useless side. You could say something like, grok, I don't know. I'm not a fan of AI, I already said this. You'd say grok, and I'd be like, that's useless, and I'd move it way to the useless side. But if on the useful side, you could say, like, the wheel. Wherever it is in that range. All right, I'm closing up the board. Mark, you may look. Spork and Xbox. Invention, not information. Yes, it is invention. There is also the information one. Seeing Spork. Also, please don't spam your answer. Just send it once. I will see it. If you think I haven't seen it, wait like 5 seconds before sending it again. Rollerblades. Let's see. Had to ditch TikTok to drive home. That is understandable. Bicycle, spork. Well, bicycle's pretty good. Legos. All right. I'm moving to the useless invention side. I eat everything with a fork and knife. I am the resident expert on utensils. Let me tell you, sporks suck. They really do. There's never a time when I prefer a spork. Butter knife. Knife with the butter. Butter on the knife. Let's see. Homework, egg cracker. That's what they used to call me in high school. Paperclip, electric toothbrush. TikTok live bakers. I'm going to say this is a little bit on the useless information side. Fly swatter. I mean, those can be used. I'll take it down a little teeny bit more. I think I'm happy with this. iPhone, standardized test. Ooh, I'm taking it one more notch just for standardized tests. Not a fan of those things. Alright, I was too biased on the standardized tests. Bill Gates, you know what you did. It's his fault standardized tests exist, if you guys don't know. It's been a disaster on the education system. Xbox, I should have considered Xbox a little bit more. I did read it. Don't worry, I saw you say it earlier. That is a miss. Unfortunate. We are down to 5 cards remaining. Once we run out of cards, it is game over. So let's make these next ones count. It happens. Broken time travel, hard to fix. I didn't really get that clue. All right. I'm giving hints this time. Let's see what card we're gonna do. Let's get a good one here. Let's go with unimportant to important. Seems like a solid one. What's this game called? It's called Wavelength. There's a tutorial video pinned on our channel. You're so sweet. Love you live. Oh, thank you, Taylor. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're having a fun time. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, please do consider giving us a follow. It really does help out the channel. Allows us to keep doing these lives for y'all. And, you know, you guarantee you're going to see when we go live. All right. What's my card? Unimportant to important. Yo, thank you all so much for the follows. Do appreciate it. All right. I am closing up the board, spinning it around. What's the game? What's our goal? The game is called Wavelength, and our goal is there's a hidden target behind this sheet, I guess I should say, whatever it's called, that only I know where it is. On the spectrum of unimportant to important, I'm going to give you a hint, so you can put the dial right where it needs to go on this spectrum. So, I know where the placement is. I'm thinking of a hint for you right now. Unimportant to important. I am going to say... Alright. How do I want to balance this? I'm going to say... Making it to class on time. I'm going out on a limb a little bit for this hint. I'm restarting the poll right now. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. Hashtag followed by the number. Make sure to include the hashtag. That is how your vote gets counted. If you don't have the hashtag, it's not going to work. Put the poll up on screen now. Got some 12s coming in, some 15s, some 6s. Wide range of opinions on this. Is making it to class on time. Unimportant to important. 12 and 15. It is neck and neck between them right now. There's one vote per person, so if you say hashtag whatever number you like more than once, will not mean anything. It is only one vote per individual. Get in your votes. I'm going to be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are ending that poll. 13 was our winner. All right. I went out on a limb, and it bit me a little bit. But that's okay. It was exactly mirrored, which when it's exactly mirrored near the middle, I accept it's just a difference of values. I'm like, well, I consider being on time to be pretty important. But many people, especially in college classes, don't really give that much of a hoot or a holler. It is only if the professor takes attendance if they care at all. So I was thinking college classes. I probably should have specified that. A few people did say 7. I was hoping, I'm like, I think it's important, and I was on time for my classes, but I think the average person doesn't care that much. So I was going for it. It happens. That is 0 points. We are down to 4 cards remaining. Excuse me, Mark. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to the teachers in chat as well. If we get detention. Yeah. I mean, it was a middling answer, but there are some people who don't even care about the detention. The rabble-rousers of the world. The ne'er-do-wells. Alright, well, you guys give me the hints this time, so you're not going to throw like I just did. I was thinking of high school and you might get in trouble. I should have specified college. That was on me. I've been late my whole life. I was actually incredibly good at being on time when I was in college. It was very notable. I even dragged along people who were known to be late with me, and between the two of us canceling each other out would be perfectly on time. I'm talking about Borgos, by the way. Let's do, for your guys' card, let's do, alright, we'll run Ames's card. We'll do it. I get yelled at when I skip this one. Alpha to Beta. Custom card inspired by Ames. Why you gotta call me out like that, dog? Sorry, Board Ghost. Board Ghost has gotten better with being on time for things. And also, Emoji sent a heart me. Thank you so much. If you have a name besides Emoji. What they mean, Alpha is like leader of the wolf pack. Oh, woo! The wolf pack leader. And Beta is one of the follower wolves who follows the Alpha. Going, oh, woo. Not as intense. I don't understand this one. It happens. Every once in a while, you're not going to understand a card. It happens. I'm running it for the sake of our dear moderator who is putting in a lot of work moderating over these chats, and it is very much appreciated. Blue 4 right there is what we are aiming for. You guys can see the placement. I cannot. The range is alpha to beta. If you don't understand what it means, you can kind of look at other people's hints and kind of get a gauge for what it means, or just watch. You can sit it out. But the blue 4 right there is what we are aiming for. Closing up the board. Mark, you may look. What's this game called? Shut up, Doc. It's called Wavelength. A teacher, ooh, growls. The moderator. Okay, I think teacher is very much on the alpha side. Nightwing. Okay, well, that's not going to be maxed out alpha then. Plankton from SpongeBob. Corey says Cookie Dough Eater. Board Ghost, 27-year-old. That's an interesting one. Lawyer. All right, lawyer's pretty relatively alpha. They're taking control of the courtroom. They're guiding the case. Gorillas in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so gorillas are alpha, but in the grand scheme of things, you know, there's bigger fish. I kind of like teacher. I saw a lot of people saying teacher, because they are objectively in charge of the classroom. They are the leader. But that being said, that is easier said than done when it comes to taking care of controlling 20 to 30 kids, more than 30 in some cases. I think I'm going to lock in here. I think I like this one. Assistant principal is better. I have my beef with assistant principals. Hey! Very nice. Not bad at all. That is a 3. That is not, in fact, touching the 4. But that is going to be 3 points. Great hints. Good job, y'all. Let's go. Meaning, we were at a score of 2. We are now at a score of... Wrote the wrong number. We are now at a score of 5. Trying to see if we can beat the previous score of 27. Long ways to go, but we might be able to do it. Who has more than 30 students? In school districts where they are very underfunded, typically in city areas, they cannot afford to have enough teachers per student, and you'll have classrooms that'll have like 35 students in it, and it is really damaging for the teachers, it is damaging for the students, it is not good, and something needs to be done about it, genuinely. So support school funding. My district, yeah, sorry to hear. All right, let's do, I'm giving the hints this time. Welcome in, Abby. Good to see ya. Some college classes have hundreds. Well, that's a lecture. That's a little bit different. There's not expected to be one-on-one interactions like you have in a more traditional classroom. Having smaller class sizes allows teachers to directly engage with students and is just much better overall. You remind me of my history teacher. Ooh, I hope your history teacher's cool. I had 28 once and I cried when I got home. Oh, Heather, I'm sorry. Why don't you just do the same board for when you do the hints? Well, so the numbers are here so that when you guys decide where to set the dial, you guys can vote by typing the number. But if I'm setting the dial, the reason I switch boards is say it's set up like this. When I open my eyes, all I see is a bunch of people commenting, 5, it's 5, the answer's 5. So I switch boards to avoid that. Yeah, like that. You remind me of my math teacher. I really hope these are cool teachers, y'all. If not, I'm going to be upset. Okay. Least evil company, most evil company. This is such a difficult card. Why did I choose this one? Really love how interactive this live is, and you seem so sweet, so thanks. Yo, thank you for sticking around and playing some of the games with us. Yeah, we try to be as interactive with chat as possible here. We like for y'all to see seen. But I need to think of a hint for least evil company, most evil company. Also, J Bake, thank you so much for the heart me. You're awesome, man. Yo, appreciate y'all. Okay, least evil company, most evil company. My hint, I know too much about certain companies, so I need to not bias myself here. All right. Okay, I think I got a good one. This one's going to be a thinker, all right? So think this one out a little bit. My hint to you is going to be OceanGate. OceanGate is the company that made the Titan submersible that imploded, okay? I'm restarting the poll right now. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. Hashtag followed by the number. Your hint was OceanGate, the company that made the Titan submersible that imploded. IDK OceanGate, you probably heard about their submersible, though. Poll is starting. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set the dial to. Make sure to include the hashtag. That is the only way your vote gets counted. If you don't include the hashtag, this little poll doesn't know what to do. And also, it is one vote per person. It is automatic. Nothing I can do about it. If you send the vote more than once, nothing happens. Never heard of them. Surely. All right, get in your votes. Looks like hashtag 16 is winning right now. Hashtag 14 and 18. Ooh, kind of catching up. It is a close game. Always love to see. Get in your votes. I'm going to be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm ending that poll. 16 was our winner. So just a chunk to the most evil company side. Hey! Very nice. Not bad at all. Ooh, I need to solve a CAPTCHA. Oh my goodness. Wait, what? I can't even solve this thing. Hold on, it's loading. I'm hoping we don't go dark on TikTok. There we go. TikTok makes you solve a CAPTCHA whenever you're live.
If it waits too long, you have to do a new one.
Okay. Score of 8. Very good. Got that she. Yeah, so my logic with OceanGate is, you know, it's an evil company run by billionaires, ignoring safety precautions, led to people's deaths. It's a pretty bad company. That being said, they took out some billionaires with them. That ticks them up a few little ticks there. They had good intentions, but didn't know how they expected it to go. I disagree. I think the evidence on Stockton Rush, the person who ran that company, is damning enough that he knew what was going to happen was inevitable. I think it is evil level of incompetence. But you guys are giving the hints this time, so let me switch out the boards. All right, we're going to do a fun one for y'all. Where would you put Tesla? Lol. Probably like an 18 or so. Not the biggest fan of those people. We're gonna do great final words, horrible final words. This is a fun final card. I think that's the only reason why it wasn't like a 20. Let's see. All right. I am mixing up the board. Let me change the focus so you guys can see the board better. I would say 20. The reason I wouldn't say 20 for Tesla is because even though Elon Musk is horrible and bad, like, De Beers is worse. You know, there's companies out there, there's Nestle, there's companies out there that are much, much worse. But he'd be pretty far. But blue 4 that you guys can see that I cannot is what we're aiming for. The card is great final words, horrible final words. I'm really looking forward to reading the comments on this one. Memorize that placement, think up some good hints. I'm closing the board. Mark, you may look. Changing focus back to myself. Cyberdyne would be a 20. I'm actually not familiar with them. It was a good life. It too. Oh, sorry. How's that quote go? E too, Brutus. Thank you, bye. Thank you, bye is funny. It's succinct and to the point. Thank you, bye. And then you're gone. I love you. Those are pretty good final words. Love my family. IDK. Asked that last time, Maz. You didn't answer. What'd you ask? Why not just switch out the wheel in between clues? That's what I do, right? I don't get what you're asking. I hope we meet in heaven. Ooh, that's a powerful final words. Remember me. I'm really liking these. Is this going to be maxed out? Surely not. Pull my finger. Okay, that takes me up a little bit. Tell blank I love them. I love all of you except you. Bye. I would say this is really good final words, but maybe there's some room for improvement there. Hold my beer. Oh, these are so good. I'm not going to let myself be too biased by reading all the really good ones. I'm going to say it is far, but not maxed out. Stay gold, Pony Boy. Classic. We did The Outsiders in high school as a play. Whoa! Hey! Good job, chat. Great answers. That is a 4. Good job, meaning our score is changing from an 8 to an 11. Nice. We're trying to beat our score of 27. You might be thinking, hey, wait a minute. 8 plus 4 isn't 11, it's 12. Well, in this game mode, it's only worth 3. That was correct math, it's only worth 3. But the benefit instead is we get a bonus card. So it is meant to say 11, not 12. But the benefit is we get a card added to the stack, extending the game. Would have been 2 cards remaining, we're instead at 3. It's a good job. And I do it to rage bait chat to make them so angry. That was good. I guess I'll drop a like on the stream. Thank you, just a random person watching. Also, I just wanted to shout out, thank you, just a random person watching, and Ames for doing clips last stream. I'm gonna try to thank y'all when you leave good clips, because it makes Board Ghost life a lot easier. So I appreciate y'all doing that. And I know Hayden's left plenty of clips as well, so I'll toss your name in the ring as well. All right. I'm giving the hints. Let's do worst place for a date, best place for a date. I am not good at this one. WBG. What's a clip? Yeah, it doesn't apply on TikTok. Just ignore that comment. It's a nonsense thing that you want to know about. It's a legend from a purple app, if you will. I like to call it the Sabrina app. The Teen Witch app, if you will. See what I'm doing there? See what I'm doing? But Borgo says that bit's stupid. Yo, Marine sent 2 roses and an overreact. Evangelion sent a rose, and Exo Grace sent a heart me. Thank you so much, Grace. That was clever. Thank you. That's what I've been saying. Worst place for a date, best place for a date. And you know what? I'm going to do something similar to Randy Fitt's answer, but not quite that one. I'm going to adjust it a little bit. I'm going to say meat processing facility. where they're patching the meat ready for distribution. That's going to be your hint. Best place for a date, worst place for a date. Let me restart the poll so that y'all can vote. All right, poll's restarted right now. Starting right now, you can vote. How you vote is you type hashtag followed by the number you would set this dial to. Make sure to include the hashtag. That is how the vote gets counted. It is hashtag followed by your answer. Hayden with the hashtag answer. Thank you, Hayden. Let's see. Seeing a lot of votes for 0. Your hint was meat processing facility. They're little slabs of steak on the hooks being cut up and ready for shipping. 0's winning by a good bit, but 1 is catching up. Okay. We got some 1s going. Could be worse, says Cookie Dough Eater with a hashtag 3. Might be a cute bit, but it's a horrible conversation, horrible conversion read. L take. 0 is winning, but 1 is very close. It is 1 vote per person, just to let you know. That seems interesting, though. Something to consider. Welcome in Harmony, by the way. Don't know if you've been here, but it's the first comment I saw from you. Hashtag 3. Get in your votes. I'm going to be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ending that poll. 17, because free food. Was anyone a vegetarian on the date? Good thing to consider. 0 was the winner. Let's see how we did. 2 is what I was aiming for. That is still worth 2 points. Don't worry, we are still scoring for that. Fine dining, farm to table. Think of how fresh your meal's gonna be. Let's go, bruh. Look, the reason is it's objectively a bad place for a date. Don't get me wrong. It's a horrible place for a date. If somebody took you there, I'd be gossiping about that for months to come. But there are worse things. Sewage treatment plant is worse. Active minefield is worse. Dubai, worse. So you got to consider, like, oh, this is really bad, but are there worse things that Mark could have named? Wait, what place did you just say? Ignore that. Dubai crying face emoji. I got my opinions on that place. Do you have a Purple app? We do. There is a link in bio, Mr. Cheese. In fact, we go live on that app 3 days out of the week. We play Codenames there. It is one of our favorite games. It's a very well put together show. So if you want to check us out there, we would absolutely love your follow. It is a link in bio, if I didn't already mention that. Let's do great song at a wedding, terrible song at a wedding. Ooh, Codenames is good. Yes, we love playing it, and we play the cooperative version as well. So we play with chat's influence. Yeah, kind of just like this. So if you're interested, there's a link in our bio. We'll be live Mondays. The next day we go live on Purple app. Great song at a wedding, terrible song at a wedding. Why do you have to say Purple app? Because there is an algorithm on TikTok that automatically detects if you are saying bad things, and they might stop recommending the live to people if I say too many naughty words. So I will say the name of the app occasionally. I'm not the biggest believer in the whole algorithm thing detecting that, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, Blue 4 right there is what we are aiming for. Good song at a wedding, terrible song at a wedding. Chad, I want you to keep in mind when you're giving me hints, I have never been invited to a wedding. I attended one as a guest, but I've never received an invite. All right, opening up my eyes. What does the fox say? Oh, that's terrible. That's awful. Pinar stained glass. Anything by Tool. I did something bad. Taylor Swift. The Rickroll song. Never Gonna Give You Up. Paw Patrol theme. Now you're talking. But nah, ACAB includes Paw Patrol. Entry of the Gladiators. Good thing I am a knower that I know that is circus music. Yes. You would think Entry of the Gladiators would be an intense song, but instead it's... Yeah, you don't want that at your wedding. That's pretty bad. Baby Shark, awful. Can you imagine being a parent, like getting your small toddler, someone to look after them so you can go to this wedding, and you go to the wedding and they're still playing Baby Shark? Girlfriend, Avril Lavigne. I can't say that name. Can't say that name on the live for the algorithm reason, but that is a great one. I'm going to say this is a really terrible song at a wedding. I'm not going to quite max it out because there are things that could be worse than what you've named. Bazooka. Is that the one where grandma got blown up by a bazooka? I'll take it down one more for Bazooka. And I'm locked in there. Let's see how we did. Hey, not bad at all. That is a 3. We take those, meaning our score is now Blank Space by Taylor Swift. That's also a good one. 16. We're trying to beat our previous score of 27. We're at 16 right now. Good job. It's a good song, but is it a good song for a wedding? That's the important question to ask. Because sometimes there are songs that are good, but not appropriate for a wedding, such as We Are CK. Star Spangled Banner, another example. We are down to 2 cards remaining. 2 cards remaining, score of 16. To extend the game, we need to get 4s, because that gets us bonus cards. Have you stopped having co-hosts? No, Randy Fitz. My usual co-host, Corey, is seeing the band Disturbed in concert. He is down with the sickness, if you will. So he's been out for a little while. So it's just Mark. All right, what is our next card going to be? I'm giving the hints to y'all this time. Let's do funny topic to serious topic. Crazy story. Is that meant to be sarcastic? Oh, my cat's meowing. Rip Corey, get well soon. Star Wars wedding music mix. All right. Funny topic to serious topic. I'm giving the hints to y'all. Blue 4 that only I can see right now is what we are aiming for. Cat's meowing. Is that a funny topic or a serious topic to you? Let me make sure this is all lined up here. Looking good. I thought that was my cat meowing, lol. Nope, it is my cat. It is my dear Phoebe. She is a very sweet but very vocal cat. All right, funny topic to serious topic. Let's lock in here. My hint to you is going to be... What do you think, Phoebe? My hint to you is going to be nuclear war. Hopefully I'm allowed to say that on TikTok. We'll see. I'm restarting the poll right now. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. Your hint was nuclear war. Phoebe is talkative right now. She is. Trying to hop up on the table, Phoebe? Is that what you're doing? Oh my goodness. Hashtag followed by the number you like to set the dial to. There's a lot of hashtag 20s right now. Hashtag 18 is not that far behind. Nuclear war was your hint. Hashtag 100 from Cookie Dough Eater. Hashtag 0 from A. Very funny. Get in your votes. We are going to be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ending that poll. Hashtag 20 was the winner. Maxed out serious topic. No funny business. That's a 2. That is still points. We take those. Look, you know, it's serious and all, but at this point, there's more serious things in the world. The threat of just nuclear annihilation is serious, but it's like, if it happens, it happens. I knew it. You know, if it's quick, if it's all over quickly, I can take that. A few people did say it. What's maxed out then? Some topics I probably shouldn't say on TikTok. I could name a few. Sometimes they say nuclear and it's a little silly. Yeah, sometimes they say nuclear. Nuclear war. And the doomsday clock, is that not the silliest thing you've ever seen? They haven't been taken seriously since, like, the 50s. Effie Jepstein. Yes, that's a good way. That would be a good way to put it. Or the stuff he got up to would probably be a maxed out 20. All right, I'm going to switch out boards, generate a new card for you. Y'all, if you are having fun and enjoying the content, please do consider joining our Discord. There's a link in our bio, and we've been doing custom cards such as person you'd want in your jury, person you wouldn't want in your jury. Don't know if I'm going to run this one, but if you would like to submit your own custom cards to see on the live being played in the game, in our Discord, there's a suggestions tab where you can do that, and usually it'll have a little credit on the bottom of the card as well. This one's not credited because I wrote this card. All right, do we like this card, or do you guys want to run a new one? This one is a little bit complicated as a card. Does nuclear war end TikTok chat? Hopefully not. I guess we'll see. New one. Okay, all right, that's fine. Let's do swipe left versus swipe right. Phoebe, what are you doing? There's my cat. Phoebe, why are you trying to get back there? Come here. Come here. Come here. Sorry, my cat's operating the camera right now. I'll do the card in a moment, I swear. Phoebe, what are you doing? Why are you disturbing us? All right, she's going to hang out behind the camera, I suppose. Right is keep, yes. Left is the bad one, right is the good one. It's like, ooh, I like that. I'm swiping right. Phoebe, you silly cat. Before anyone yells at me, she has been fed. She has extra food. Make sure she doesn't flip the camera. If you see it shaking right now, that is her rubbing her head against it. All right, now don't go back there. Don't go back there. Come on. She wants to hop up on the windowsill, but it's being blocked by our equipment. Left is pass, right is smash. There she goes. All right, distractions are over. We're locking in. Swipe left is the bad one. Right is the good one. If they are a hunk, you're swiping right. If they are junk, you're swiping left, as the saying goes. Blue 4 right there is what you are aiming for. You got to give me a hint to get me to put the red dial right onto that blue 4. It is swipe left to swipe right, with swipe right being the good option, left being the bad option. Closing off the board, hopefully you saw it. I'm seeing some uh-ohs, we're cooked, oh, on God, followed by you. Person with a dog pick. I like dogs. Actually, I'm lying. I don't even like dogs all that much. I'm more of a cat person, as you may have seen. Ordinary person. You, like I'm seeing myself. Like I'm swiping through Tinder and I see myself staring back at me. I'd be concerned. Not looking for anything. I don't know. That wouldn't be doing it for me. They're clean, but like OCD clean. Okay, I'm getting the vibe. This is definitely in the middle. This is definitely a middling answer. But is it going to be dead center, or a little bit left, or a little bit right? Will Ferrell. Has Will Ferrell done anything bad? Do I dislike him? Cute girl with glasses holding the Tower of Pisa. Like doing like that pose. Is that Pisa? Leaning tower. It's a little generic, I will say. A cousin, but they're really attractive. Doc, I hope this is on the left side. Someone with kids. I'm going to say, based off everything I'm saying, I think this is kind of dead center. I'm seeing some slightly goods, some slightly bads. I'm comfortable putting this one right in the middle. I'm locking in here. Hey, very nice. And no one cheated this time. No one commented, it's in the middle, dead center, which I appreciate. Good job. That means we got a valid and correct for it. Phoebe, oh my goodness, there's not even like, there is no space for a cat here. Cats when the activity requires 0 cats. That is a 4, meaning our score is going from 18 to... it was on the blue when it started. Well, that's because I center out the dial for aesthetic reasons. Score 21. 18 plus 4 is not 21. It is 22. So why did I write 21? Well, the benefit instead... Hello, cat. The benefit instead is we get a bonus card. That's why 4 is only worth 3 points. It's because we get a bonus card. That's the difference there. Cat Wavelength Warfare. Welcome in, Thomas. Good to see ya. And yeah, I can't imagine what it's like for you having 3 kittens in the house, Thomas. But having 1 Phoebe is quite a lot. He's giving us the content you refuse to. I do not blame Thomas for sequestering the kittens when streaming. Bungo, indeed. I almost did say that, but I didn't want to ruin the mood. I appreciate you holding back. We're going to do bad to run a marathon in, good to run a marathon in. And don't worry, I'll take the cat outside after this to appease her. And holy moly, Marine, with the name shout out and the live, thank you so much. And the heart me. Am I pronouncing your name right? Marine? Is that correct? Thank you so much for the support. All right, I'm giving y'all the hints this time. Free the babies. Yes. Glad to hear. Okay. I'm giving the hints this round. It is going to be bad to run a marathon in, good to run a marathon in. Closing up the board. Phoebe, you're being a lot this stream. I really don't know. Hey, come here. Come here. Let me move this board so that people can see you. I captured her before she could disturb the setup. She's a very sweet cat. She's just in a mood right now. Bad to run a marathon in, good to run a marathon in. My hint to you is going to be... Hi, Phoebe. She is a good girl. I'll tell you said hi. My hint to you is going to be heavy winter jacket. That is my hint. I am restarting the poll right now. Poll is restarting. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. Hashtag followed by the number. My hint was a heavy winter jacket. Hashtag followed by the number. Let me check on TikTok, make sure it doesn't have a captcha for me. Very nice. All right, seeing a lot of hashtag 3s coming in, some hashtag 2s in second. It is 1 vote per person. If you send multiple votes, it will not do anything. Sam sends 5 fluffy hearts. Thank you so much, Sam. Appreciate y'all supporting the live. Guys, if you're having fun, if you're enjoying this, do consider giving us a follow. It's the only way to guarantee you'll see us next time we go live. What was the hint? It was a heavy winter jacket. What's the color of the jacket? It's going to be navy blue. So if it was red, it would speed you up, of course, because red's a fast color, but it's going to be like a navy blue. Heavy winter jacket is your hint. All right, get in your votes. I'm going to be ending this poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 was our winner by a good bit. You think that is bad to run a marathon in, but not the worst. And that logic was, oh, it's a 1. I actually thought it was a 2. I was giving hints thinking it was a 2. Sorry, sometimes when I'm darting around the board like that, I confuse myself. Well, I should have gone a little bit worse then. But regardless, that is 2 points, taking us from a score of 21 to a 23. Does it have pockets? Of course it has pockets. What kind of jacket wouldn't? Well, it could be snowing. That is a good point. What is this game and how do we play? The game is called Wavelength, and the basic premise is we will have a card that provides a spectrum, such as bad to run a marathon in, good to run a marathon in, or another example, round to pointy. We mix up the board. You guys see a placement, or I see a placement. One of us doesn't know what it is, and then you have to give the person who doesn't know where that is a hint so they place the dial where it needs to go. Tutorial video pinned on our channel if you're still confused. I got a 4. Yo, congratulations. I'm switching out the boards so that you guys can give hints this time. Let me generate a fun card for you. Yo, Marine with the rose and the fluffy heart and the pup. Thank you so much, genuinely. Let's do for our next one. Okay, similar to the Tinder one. We'll do another in that vein. Red flag to green flag. This was a custom card submitted by Izzy. So I mentioned this before. If you would like to see your own custom cards pop up on stream, feel free to join our Discord. There's a link in our bio where you can leave suggestions, and you might see your own card pop up on stream with a little credit with your name, and get to play it. Link in bio. What's winter? Ames, aren't you from Alaska? All right, I'm spinning up the board. Opening up chat, you may look. The blue 4 that only you can see right now is what we're aiming for. We are going to have to you guys have to give me a hint so that I can set the dial right onto that blue 4. Red flag, green flag. This could be in a partner, this could be in a person in general. What's a red flag or what's a green flag to you? Closing it up, Mark, you may look. Always out late without you. Ooh. Mama's boy doesn't vote. Okay, that's a good one. Casually eats dirt. They're not making a big deal about it. They're very casual, but they are in fact eating dirt. Crash in F1. That's a red flag. Talks about their ex in a bad light. That's a classic red flag, but it's not the worst in the world, you know? Mama boy. It could be a red flag, but, you know, maybe they just like their mom. Mean AF. Well, that would be a lot more on the red flag if they're mean AF. Cheating? This better be, like, maxed out, y'all. If cheating's only a middling red flag to you. Bad hygiene. Dating ex's mom. At that point, that's a green flag. That's baller. I'm going to be so for real. I'm like, good for you. Always finds fault with you. You guys are pushing me far to this red flag side, but I don't think it's maxed out considering the first few were just like very basic ones. Ones to get praised for the bare minimum. Once again, like red flag, but not like maxed out. Too obsessed. Doesn't answer text, but treats you well. That being a hint in the same placement that somebody says cheating for is just sad. It's a rough dating world we live in, it seems. Weren't you just complaining about your ex the other night, Ames? Doesn't read. All right. I'm going to say this is middling on the red flag. I've seen a lot of really bad ones, but I've also seen enough middling ones to say it's not maxed out. I don't even think it's that close to maxed out. I'm going to put it here. This is slightly further than middling on red flag. Let's see how we did. And that's a 4. Let's go. Whoever said cheating, this is not the placement for cheating. That is maxed out. Please, if they are cheating on you, leave them. Leave them immediately. That is a maxed out red flag. But good job. That is a 4. We got there in the end. We were at a score of 23. Guys, our all-time high score is 27. We're just at a score of 23. After that 4, which is only worth 3 points, okay? It's only worth 3 points. We're moving to a score of 26. The reason it's only worth 3 points is because the benefit is we get a bonus card. And good thing, that was our last card. That was about to be game over. But because we got the 4, worth 3 points, we got a bonus card. Chat, we got an opportunity to beat 27. Our highest score on this game. Cheating on the bar exam. That is a red flag. It's not even a flag. It's just red. Well put. Is that a PR? Yes. Yes, it is. You know you can't read it on TikTok. Yeah. They could be a murderer. W chat for getting there. All right. Ooh, chat. I got a trip coming up soon. So you guys are actually no, I'm giving the hints this time. I got a trip coming up soon. So this is going to be a useful card. Bad to bring to an airport. Good to bring to an airport. Useful information to know. I am mixing up the board. What? Bad to bring into an airport, good to bring to an airport. Blue 4 that only I can see right now is what we are aiming for. Bad to bring to an airport, good to bring to an airport. Closing it up, spinning it around. Chat, you may look. Sorry, let me make sure I got the placement there. Okay, what I thought. Saying living in an apartment as a red flag is insane. I will agree with that. I do agree with Jeremy on TikTok saying it's poor shaming. And whoa, Mama of 2 under 2 sent a llama greetings. Thank you so much, Mama of 2 under 2. I love the name. But thank you so much for the support. And sorry, let me catch up. Marine sent an it's corn, a chili, a finger heart, and a rose. Thank you so much. Maggie sent a heart me, and Marine sent another finger heart and a you're awesome. Thank you all. Your eyes are giving it away. I'm trying to look around at random places. I'm trying to throw it off. All right, bad to bring to an airport, good to bring to an airport. Let me center out this dial. My hint to you is going to be, my hint to you is going to be, I'm going to say a large bottle of water. A large bottle of water is my hint to you. I am going to be restarting the poll right now. Starting now, you can vote typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set the dial to. Hashtag followed by the number. Make sure to include the hashtag. That is how your vote gets counted. Your hint is a large bottle of water. Make sure the poll is visible. If you don't have the hashtag, your vote is not getting counted. How large is the bottle? Like, can it hold the Pacific Ocean? Maybe. I didn't specify, so you do have to consider that. God forbid I can't live with my parents and also can't afford to buy a house. Not a unique situation. Yeah, Jeremy, I'd say they were just off their gourd. Let's see. It looks like, it's taking a moment for the aggregator to catch up on everyone's hints here. But just so you know, it's one hint or one guess per person. Once you type your first hashtag, you're done. It does not count anything from there. If you send more, all it does is clog up the aggregator and makes it a little bit slower for everyone else. It will not be counted if you send it twice. But your first hint will. Alyssa sent a rose. In Kickin sent 6 roses. Thank you so much. What was the hint? A large water bottle. A large water bottle. Maybe large enough to hold the Pacific Ocean. Which ocean? I'll never say, but a specific one. All right. Get in your votes. We're going to be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 is our winner. Okay. 6 is our winner. Let's see how we did. Hey, we take those. We landed on 6. You're aiming for 7. Of course, taking our score from 26 to 29. Chat, that is beating our all-time high score in this game mode of 27. Good job. That is a 29. Give yourselves a pat on the back. That is huge. The record. Beaten twice in one stream. Good job. And as a little reward, that was our last card for this round. Don't go anywhere. The message you get from the creators of Wavelength for scoring a 27, maxed out 25 plus, head exploding emoji, head exploding emoji, head exploding emoji. 3 JFKs is what you win for 27. More games coming up. Do not worry. I said 7, me when I lie. Lots of people did say 7, but that is very funny. But, chat, don't go anywhere. We are starting another game immediately, and I guess I need to change the scoreboard so it indicates we're trying to beat not a score of 27 anymore. We're trying to beat our new all-time high of 29. LMAO, 3 JFKs. Is it too soon? Is it too soon? I can never tell. All right, starting from the beginning. Let me switch out these boards and get a card going for y'all. Withered Dean is crazy. Somebody said that earlier, or are you the same person who said that earlier? Is that the debate guy? I don't know how I feel about them. Let's do Hitchhiker You'd Stop For, Hitchhiker You'd Drive Past. Why are there no numbers on this? Good question. That's because you guys are giving the hints this time. And when there are numbers on the board and I'm setting the dial, people just comment, it's on 4. It's on 4. Put it on 4. So the numbers aren't there to avoid that. Hitchhiker You'd Stop For, Hitchhiker You'd Drive Past. And you should maybe not feel great about it. Lol. Yes, it is, Mark. I can't help that they're comparing me to that. I don't control who people compare me to. Appearance-wise, at least. If they're saying I act like them, then I don't know. I don't know enough about them to indicate why that would be. Blue 4 right there is what you're aiming for. You guys are giving me the hints so I can put the dial right onto that blue 4. Hitchhiker You'd Stop For, Hitchhiker You'd zoom right on past. Memorize that placement. Closing up the board. Mark, you may look. Your classmate, businessman, you, a copy of myself on the side of the road. I'm driving on past. I've seen enough. I know not to mess with this. Tom Hanks, but he's sweaty. You know, Tom Hanks, that's Jim Hanks' older brother, right? I'm a big fan of Jim Hanks. Maybe you could introduce me. Someone you grew up with. Okay. So, this is on the Hitchhiker You'd Stop For side. Businessman? I don't know how I feel about the businessman. A distant cousin? They're still family, right? I feel like I'd stop for him if I recognized him. Rich guy, but he's a little rude. Okay, so you're stopping for him because you want that payout. You're like, he's a little rude, but hopefully he's going to forgive me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm on the wrong side. Thank you for correcting me. You're on the wrong side. Thank you, thank you. A woman? What if they're a scary woman? What if they're the knife murder woman? Category switch. I'm sorry, I misread it. That was my bad. Me, says Harmony. Your dad? I mean, I'd certainly stop for my dad. Your sibling? My sibling I'd stop for, but I know some people who would laugh and drive past. I think this is relatively far. A creepy man, but he has a really cute puppy. You can't let the puppy go cold on the side of the road. Your ex? I mean, some people I think would certainly stop for their ex. You don't necessarily want to see them suffer. A woman with a baby, you have no car seat. Sorry, I don't got a car seat. Good luck with your baby, lady. I'm saying this is decently far on the Hitchhiker You'd Stop For side. I don't think it's maxed out. I think I'm going there. I'm locked in. Ooh. All right, had to tick it up a little bit more. That is touching the 2. We do take those. That is 2 points to start us off for our first card, first of 7. We start with 7 cards, play until we run out. Score of 2. Pregnant woman. Guys, this is pretty far ticked up for woman with baby. Like, that's kind of messed up if you don't stop at that point. I don't know. Maybe it was a scary looking baby. A mean baby, if you will. Take the lady, leave the baby, says A. Y'all are something, let me say. Marine with the name shout out and the ice cream cone and the freestyle and the oldies and the rose and the heart puff. Thank you so much, Marine. And Shogunal with the rose. Thank you, thank you. What about a woman with 4 kids? You know, you're right. There is a point where it's too much. If it's a lady with 1 kid, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to stop. 2 kids, it's like, I should stop. 4 kids, I'm gone. I'm not dealing with that. They've got 4 kids. One of them is going to come up with a solution to get them out of the situation. So this is a messed up bit I'm doing. Stop for people with kids, please. Actually, no, don't stop for people at all. It's dangerous. Let's see. I'm giving the hints this time. Let me switch out these boards. The cast of 19 kids and counting. 19 children on the side of the road. You are in a van that can fit all of them. Are you stopping? Let's do for our next card. Let's do good writing utensil, bad writing utensil. Let's see. All right, I'm giving the hints this time on good writing utensil, bad writing utensil. We could do what ifs all day, lol. I get yelled at for doing what ifs too often. It is my favorite bit to run with, just doing ridiculous what ifs. All right. I got the placement. I am spinning it around. Whoa. Sorry, I saw a little animation. Heather sent a "you're amazing." Thank you so much, Heather. Let me think of a hint for y'all for good writing utensil, bad writing utensil. I am going to say, good writing utensil, bad writing utensil. This is tough. I'm going to say your finger. Your finger is my hint. Not kid named Finger. That is something different. I'm going to say your finger. I'm restarting the poll now. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. Hashtag followed by the number. Make sure to include the hashtag. That is how your vote gets counted. Your hint was your finger. Kid named your finger. Good writing utensil, bad writing utensil. You can write in the sand. You can. Ooh, a lot of votes coming in. A very spread opinion here. Board Ghost saying, chat, do not forget to tap thumbs up to like the stream. Double tap to like. Thank you so much, BG. Seeing a lot of votes coming in. Hashtag 17 seems to be winning. Hashtag 16 not too far behind. We have 6 cards remaining. We play until we run out. Hashtag 6 followed by the number that comes after 6. Getting your votes. I'm going to be ending this poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am ending that poll. 17 was our winner. Very far to the bad writing utensil side. Guys, you got to cut me some slack here. This is a really tough placement. It was middling bad. I was like, well, I was going to say doll pencil. But I'm like, you can still write with it. People do all the time. They're objectively going to put that on the good side. What do I say for middling? The reason I go with finger is like, dip that thing in some paint or some mud or, you know, blood to write out your final message. People do it all the time. It's not great. It's not optimal, but people do it. Some finger painting, if you will. Crayon. Crayon's like a 4. Crayon's like a 4 or 3. Nah, you should have said pen, because in math I don't use pen. Pen's a 1 or a 2. Come on. You can't suggest pen for a middling placement. A feather with ink. I was very much considering a quill and ink, but I thought that was still going to be too far on the good side. I'm saying, you know, some of the regulars got it. Yeah, it was a great clue. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, Heather pretty much nailed it. Those who knew. It's okay, I caught the vibe, lol. Thank you, Harmony. All right, 5 cards remaining, score of 2. You guys are giving the hints, so it's no more mark logic. It is just going to be normal chat logic now. TikTok through because they thought they saw where the eyes went. Yes, chat, I purposefully look at blank portions of the board occasionally to throw you all off. So do not judge it off my eyes. It's not going to work. Let's do plot twist. I saw it coming. Piece of lead. You know what? You got me. That's actually a great hint. I will concede that would have been better. Don't call us normal yet. What was the answer? It was 11 for finger. You guys are giving the hints this time, so it was slightly to the bad side. All right, I'm closing my eyes, opening the board. The card is... What is the card? I forgot what it was. Whatever it is. You guys can see the placement. I cannot... Oh, it's plot twist. I saw it coming. You guys can see the placements. I cannot. You are going to give me hints so I can put the red dial right onto the blue 4. Okay. Memorize that placement. Closing up the board. Mark, you may look. Plot twist, I saw it coming. I broke my finger. Ending of Squid Games. No Corey. Well, that one I saw coming tonight. The Butler did it. Ooh. The first time Sam died. Ooh, I won't say what show, just in case. Actually, no, I won't. It's not a spoiler to say Sam Winchester dies. Everyone dies in that show. Well, hi, handle. Do we know you by a number name? I believe so. Let's see. Playing this game, Stranger Things. That was a plot twist. BG Live was on time. Okay, that's a plot twist. Let's see. Sam Winchester dying for the first time. I'm trying to remember when that was. That was the end of the Lucifer arc, right? That was a bit of a plot twist that happened. I was not expecting it. Finding Dory. I didn't see that one. Kenny dies, but they stopped doing it every episode. Okay, I actually really like that hint. That means it's a little bit of a plot twist. That means it's very middling, but on the plot twist side. Coming 3 minutes late. A Thomas appearance on the Board Gamers. He doesn't tell me when he's doing that. That's always a plot twist. I think left turn single but right turn. What? Left? Am I reading that wrong? Left turn. Oh, they turn on their left blinker and then turn right. Less of a plot twist than you would think in Detroit. All right, I'm locking in there. I think it's a little bit to the plot twist side. Hey, and I was correct. That is a 4. Great hints, chat. Good job. The Kenny dying hint, that one was really good. Kudos for that one. That is a 4, taking us to a score of, we were at 2, we are now at 5. This is not a typo. This is not math's error. It is not meant to say 6. In this game, whenever we score 4, it's only worth 3 points. But the benefit instead is we get a bonus card added to the stack extending the game. Forgot to take one out last time. So we would have been at 3 cards remaining. We're instead at 4 cards remaining. Everyone listen to the 4 speech. Yes, please. Please, it's not a mistake. It's meant to say 5. I think people are catching on at this point. All right, I'm giving the hints this time around. And also, y'all, if you are enjoying the games, if you're having fun here, please do consider giving us a follow. It really does help out the channel. Lets us keep making this content. And you'll guarantee see us next time we go live. Let's do funny to messed up. I did a similar one of these earlier, and we only got 2 points. So let's see if we can do better with this one. Thank you all for the follows. Really do appreciate it. All right, funny to messed up. I'm spinning off the board. This should be good, lol. That's the hope. Okay. Funny to messed up. Blue 4 that only I can see is what we're aiming for. Funny to messed up. Love this. Yo, glad you're having a fun time. We try to do chat interactive streams so that y'all can play along with us. And if you want to join the Discord, you'll be notified when we go live on that purple app playing Codenames, which is one of our favorite games to play on this channel, which is also a lot of fun with chat participation. Link in bio. Yes, link in bio. Depends on how dark your humor is. That's fair. All right, my hint to you for funny to messed up is someone being maimed. Like, it's drastic enough that they use that word, maimed. Restarting the poll now. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. Make sure to include the hashtag. That's how your vote gets counted. Your hint was someone getting maimed. What is that? It's a word that typically indicates many serious injuries. Like there's too many injuries to really nail it down to one thing. It's like, oh, did they break their arm? Did they get a cut on their chest? You know, was on their face? They were maimed. Hashtag followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. That's what happens at a christening, right? I don't think so. I think that's something different. Oh, forgot to show the poll on screen. Hashtag 18 is winning right now. Hashtag 20 is not far behind. It is 1 vote per person. Just so you know, maimed is permanently injured. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that definition, but if they're saying that, that's probably correct. Get in your votes. We are going to be ending this poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hashtag 18 was our winner. Pretty messed up, but not all the way messed up. It is maybe a little bit funny. And that is correct. Good job, chat. That is 3 points. We're aiming for the 17. That is still very good. Yo, Alex sent a heart me. Thank you so much, Alex. I said 17. A lot of people did. It was another popular pick. Meaning we're at 5. We are now at a score of 8. Nice. Haven't seen royalty checks for my card submissions this month. Ugh. They'll be in soon, Doc. Don't worry. Good job, chat. You guys are awesome. There are 3 cards remaining, and like, yeah, it's messed up. It's a messed up thing to happen. But every once in a while, in like Calvin and Hobbes, when he gets maimed by that tiger, it's a little funny. There's a little bit of humor in the word maimed, even though it has a bad connotation, IRL. You guys are giving the hints this time. Okay, wow, haha. Yeah, it's not maxed out, messed up. There are worse things. Let's do bad saying, good saying. How do you feel about this one? Wasn't thinking about cartoons. Yeah, I think most people said 20 weren't. I thought you said memed and almost put 3. Somebody getting straight memed. Doctor, how are they looking? I'm sorry. They were memed. Do we like this card? Bad saying, good saying. Inspired by... Whose card is this? Inspired by Tegan. Haven't seen that name in a while. I think this one's fine. Still haven't been paid extra for the task of keeping Mark alive. And a great job you've done. What does good, bad mean? What does good, bad saying mean? So a saying is going to be, you know, look both ways for crossing the street, or YOLO, or, what are some other sayings? Live fast, die young. Bad saying to good saying. Take any of those sayings, determine whether they are good or bad. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Blood is thicker than water. Anything like that. Or you can make up your own saying. Blue 4 right there is what you're aiming for. You guys are going to have to give me a hint so I can put the red dial right onto that blue 4. Memorize the placements. I am closing up the board. Mark, you may look. Oh, forgot to change focus. Seeing some YOLOs already. Revenge is a dish best served cold. It's a classic one. Life isn't fair, get used to it. All right, you're pushing me to the bad saying side here. YOLO is traditionally a bad saying. Give a mouse a cookie. I wish that phrase was used more in day-to-day life. Well, give a mouse a cookie, you know. It's going to want some milk. Cheating gets you everywhere in life. Oh, that's a bad saying, but unfortunately, some people do be living by that. Life is unfair. Well, life isn't fair. Yeah, these suck. These suck as sayings, but they're not actively hurting you. YOLO might be. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Yeah, it's tend to be used like justify bad behavior, right? Eesh, the younger the better. Yeah, okay, that's definitely on the bad side. I'll take it down a few more just for that one. I do think it's kind of middling, though. I'll put it here. I don't think it's that far. I'm locked in. Ooh, I had to go even further. I was being too forgiving of the sayings. Oh my goodness, it happens. It's just a joke. Yeah, it's a pretty bad one. Meaning we scored a 2, we were at 8. We're now at a score of 10. All-time high is 29. We're at a score of 10 with, I believe, 3 cards remaining. Hey guys, I'm back from Zillow. Did I miss anything? Jeremy, you really took that comment to heart, didn't you? Sheesh. Jeremy saw somebody say living in an apartment as a red flag. He's like, I'm changing this immediately. Off to buy a house this second. Just solely to prove a point to a random TikToker. Why is saying the numbers 6 and 6 plus 1 banned? Because it's said too often. It's spammed a little bit too often, and sometimes isn't funny. So people just get tired of it. I truly don't mind it that much, but it's best if the chat isn't just people spamming that over and over. Our mod's going rogue, it seems. Let's do Forbidden to Encouraged is going to be our next card. Quote unquote sometimes isn't funny. Still undateable, I fear. Glance at Zillow while it says I'm still undateable. Sorry. Alright, Forbidden to Encouraged. I'm giving y'all the hint. This is going to be a little hard. It will be. Also, chat, I will mention again, we have a Discord. There's a link in our bio that if you join, you'll be able to submit your own custom cards to see pop up in the game. And, yeah, you get your name on screen, crediting you. And you get to see your work show up on the show. And also, if you're in the Discord, you'll get notified when we go live on that other platform. You know the one I'm talking about. Link in bio. Not OF, the other one, the purple one. Okay, I need to think of a hint for this. Forbidden to Encouraged. Let's see. They are on the purple app. Yes, thank you, Ames. Forbidden to Encouraged. I'm going to say... Let's see. What am I going to say for this? Okay. Okay. All right. I think I have one, but this might be a bit of a stretch. I'll see if you guys even remember what this is. Do you guys remember back in like elementary school when they had the no-tie shoes, where it was the curled laces that you would just pull and you didn't have to tie them because they were looped laces?
Elementary school. You wear them bitches.
The no-tie looped laces, shoelaces. Huh? No? Okay, some people know. I'm going to go with that for my hint. I might give you a second hint, depending on what people say. But that's going to be my first one. I'm resetting the poll right now. Y'all get to vote by typing hashtag, followed by the number you would like to set this dial to. Forbidden to Encourage, my hint is those swirly shoelaces that were no-tie shoelaces, and you just, like, pulled them. I'm 16, so I don't understand. Oh my goodness, you're old enough to be wearing those shoes still. Looks down at shoes. Is this an old-timey thing? Am I old, washed, and unk? Do kids in the modern day not have those? Don't see why it wouldn't be allowed. Mark is unk, says A. Hashtag followed by the number. I'm 28 and I have no idea. Okay, all right. Maybe it's just some people had them, some people didn't. I'm unk and IDK what you're talking about. If I had a pair, I'd show you, but it's been a while since I've been 5. So, hashtag followed by the number you'd like to set the dial to. Hashtag 6 is winning right now. Make sure to include the hashtag. That is how your vote gets counted. I remember no-tie laces, but not loops. They were like twirly. That's like how they stayed in place. What were no-tie laces if not twirly looking? Just elastic? Oh, okay. Get in your votes. We're going to be ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you mean Velcro shoes? Oh, wait for a tiebreaker. All right, 6 was the winner. 6 was the winner. Forbidden. It was a tough one on my end. Okay, Board Ghost got a picture for us. Let's see. You guys see this? It's like these twirled shoelaces. And because they were twirled, you didn't have to tie them. They just stayed like this. Yes, I loved them. Yeah. Thank you, Board Ghost. See how we did? No, it was a 12. You just made that up, lol. What in the world? Twirly like a phone cord. Yes, that is what I meant when I said that. And here's my logic. This is what we call mark logic. You're gonna have to walk with me on this one. They are encouraged in the sense of there's not really rules against them. A lot of kids want something like that. That might be considered pretty cool amongst the children when you have those. But it is ticked towards forbidden because if you have those, you're not learning how to tie your shoes. And you need to do that, so there's an expectation that you be weaned off of the twirly shoelaces and learn how to tie your shoes. I said 12, yes. You understood the logic. You got it. I was right on it. A few people were. I am so glad. You can tell who had them. I had them for a very brief period in my life, and then my parents realized this guy should learn how to tie his shoes. 1 card remaining. Let's make it count. You guys are giving the hints. Yeah, I don't gotta tie my shoes, bozo. Pick another clue. I'm sorry, clam baby. I just wear Crocs, I educate how to tie shoes. That is me for real in the summer. I love Crocs so much. I can't wait for it to be warm again. Mark Y, adults can wear them too. I've never seen an adult wear them. So if I had seen that, that would reshape my clue. Yeah, but you're not wearing the twirly ones, Board Ghost. Alright, you guys are giving the hints. Let's get a fun card since it's the possible last one. Okay. This is a fun card. We're just talking about elementary schoolers not tying their shoes. Now we're going to do belongs in a school, belongs in a prison. Start a new trend of them. Maybe I can lace up my Crocs with some of those. I think they are on Sperry's. Interesting. Next time we meet up, I'll wear a pair. Doc's going to show up at my house wearing those. All right, belongs in a school, belongs in a prison. Custom card from, who's this from? From Mary. Oh, Mary with the goats. All right, changing the focus so it is on the board. Oop. Blue 4 right there is what we're aiming for. Is the board. Okay, board without the stickers. Good. Blue 4 right there is what we're aiming for. This is a tough card. Belongs in a school, belongs in a prison. Y'all need to give hints to me so I can set the red dial right onto that blue 4. Memorize that placement. I'm closing up the board. Mark, you may look. Oh, that's a long list. A shiv. Well, that belongs in neither. Handcuffs. A bed. Ooh, a bed's a pretty good one. Because a bed certainly belongs in prison. Like, absolutely does. But could be in a school, like in a nurse's office or something, or a boarding school, but you wouldn't necessarily always find one there. Dementors. They do not belong in Hogwarts. They belong in Azkaban. Oh, okay. Simpy giving the hint. How do I phrase this? Jeffy. Old Jeffy Epp. I'm going to say that's pretty far to belongs in a prison for good old Jeffy Epp. Barred windows, metal bars. Yeah, don't put those in schools. Is this maxed out? My buddy knew a guy with a bed in school. What? Be sleeping on the school. Prisoners. Is this just maxed out, belongs in prison? Shower? But shower, they have those in schools. Handcuffs? That belongs in prison. Book. I'm going to take it up a little bit, because not all of these are maxed out answers. I'm seeing some plausible deniability here. So I'm going to take it up just a little bit, leaving a foot for Tarantino, as we say. Funny how both are kind of similar. Yeah, you find that out pretty quick with a card like this. Steel toilet, police officers. I'm going to take it up one more. I'm locked in here. Let's see how we did. Oh, I had to tick it up a little bit more. That is a 3. So close to being on the 4. That was our final card, meaning our final score for this round is 13. Also, I did read your card saying Weaths. I just don't know what that is. So if you say it once, I will see it, especially when chat's moving slower like this. If you want to repeat it every like 5 seconds or so, that's fine. Just don't spam it, please. Why would handcuffs be in schools? They would be on the school resource officer. That is why. The school resource officer might have a crisp pair of handcuffs. I don't know. Wait, does our school resource officer carry handcuffs? Surely. I don't know what they got packing in their kit. I guess it depends on the school. Security sometimes has them. Yeah, it really does depend on the school, because some schools have like metal detectors as well, which really is a shame that it's becoming necessary to have stuff like that in schools, at least in America. Are there any schools in Britain that have metal detectors, or England in general, or is that a strictly American thing? Jeffy Epp has not maxed out hints is crazy. They didn't say Jeffy Epp. That's how I rephrased it to be. You still belong in a school a little bit, calm baby. Are you going to do another game of this? We are not. I apologize. We're going to be wrapping it up. If you want to see us play again, we'll be live again tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be doing more Wavelength, so the best way to make sure you catch it is to give a follow. So if you had fun and you would like to see more, please do follow the channel. That is the only way to guarantee you'll catch us again. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I almost said our president, but I think that would have been too far. I just joined. I'm sorry. We'll be back tomorrow. What time do you usually stream? Around 4 p.m. So I'll let you know if you join the Discord. I know that is a big ask to jump over to another platform, but there's a link in our bio to our Discord. We do announcements every time we go live, so I'm not worried about the algorithm right now because we're about to end. I'll mention we go live on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, but we're a little bit weird in the sense that we don't go live on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, or sorry, we don't go live on TikTok and Twitch at the same time anymore. So that we do it on completely different days. So typically Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're live on Twitch doing code names, and then Tuesday, Friday, and occasionally Saturday or Sunday, it depends, we'll go live on TikTok doing Wavelength. So if you join the Discord, you get notified on all those things. You can see the other channels. I would really recommend EST, yes, Eastern Standard Time. I'm so sorry. I should have said that before. Eastern Standard Time when I say 4 p.m. So that is, 1 p.m. West Coast. What happened to the Hughes and Q's game? We don't play that one as much anymore. It was fun when we played it, but it was one we couldn't repeat it too many times, so we kind of phased it out. And we don't have a top-down camera anymore, so it's hard to view. But yeah, like I said, there's a link in our bio to all of our Discord, Twitch, YouTube, anything else you want to follow us on. And it is a really good time. We have a really awesome community that supports us and has... the community has formed their own kind of friendship separate from us, where if we're not live, they'll do their own things. They'll play chat games together. They'll hang out in the voice channels. Rip Price is Wrong. It's not gone. Gone but not forgotten. It still exists. Sorry, not even gone. Not forgotten, not gone. We plan on bringing back a bunch of the mini games like Price is Wrong, like Chattily Feud, stuff like that as the show continues. So do expect to see more of that stuff. I do always love doing good Price is Wrong. Best community, TBH. Indeed. We are very lucky to have the community that we have. Price is Wrong was major during the charity stream. It was. So if you didn't check out the charity stream, we were live on TikTok for that, but for like 3 people. The majority of people were watching on Twitch at the time. I had a much larger crowd there. the Sabrina app, if you will. I missed that one. Yeah, every winter, every December, we do a massive charity live stream. 12 hours long. We had guests come in. If you're aware, we had celebrity guest Lucky Lefty from TikTok, who's an amazing content creator, and Maddie Haverty, who is an amazing creator here on TikTok as well. They're a comedian. They joined us. It was a live event, went for 12 hours. We were like cycling out guests, and we had a whole series of games. We were doing Price is Wrong, Chattily Feud, a bunch of custom games that we built, trivia-based games, and we raised $10,000 for Alzheimer's research. So if you missed it and you're interested in checking it out, there's a link to the VOD on YouTube, I do believe. And one hell of a barber. Yes, Maddie Haverty, an amazing TikTok comedian, shaved my co-host's head and messed him up something real good. But I've been rambling. I know people are filtering out. I don't expect people to stick around on TikTok when I'm just talking personal stuff. But everyone who has stuck around. IDK, I would call him a barber. I'd call him a hitman at that point. But we are going to be wrapping it up there. Once again, if you want to see us tomorrow, feel free to give a follow. The Discord link isn't working for me. Poor Ghost. Is the link down? Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. If I catch you again in the live and we change something, I'll let you know. If not, if you just follow the Twitch, it'll kind of be the same end result.
It's on there, and they just need to go through.
Okay, it might just be an error on your end. If you just refresh the page and try it, it might work according to Board Ghost. The link on our end is working, so it should work for you. I apologize they're having issues. Oh, and Ames said that they might reach out. Thank you, Ames. W mod for real. But have a nice night, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Goodbye. I'm sorry we're wrapping up, Cam. Goodbye. Okay, we are wrapped on TikTok. Still live on YouTube. I am aware. Still live on YouTube. Still live on YouTube. Still live on YouTube. Yes. Include time zone. Ah, yes, just read that. Thank you for correcting me. No NG hosts allowed. What? All right, I am gonna wrap up on YouTube as well. I need to use the bathroom. Good night, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. It's okay, Mark. Just hang out with us. Last time we did this, I did take some time just to hang out on YouTube for a little bit. But I do want to wrap up. So, good night. Goodbye.